This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Escapes the defender. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Ready.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Go, let's go. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Home to troops right.
Here's Herbert. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Patterson's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Will McDonald from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Solid running there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, counter. Go.
Herbert off of play action. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So 16 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nothing to score after one on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9.
Crowd right. Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30,
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 23 yards, the final tally.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Here we go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Barkley is in. Touchdown, Washington. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's 17-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
21. Go.
Herbert. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and a couple. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert going to change the play here. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Bulldozes past him, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 66 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. After the run, now Herbert to throw. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. Great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. First and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Hey, go steal. Blaster, 6. Black shot. Rail, yellow. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
6, 7. You don't blue.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hut, hut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jelani Woods, 26 yards. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. Out of the gun, Herbert. That is caught by Laporta. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
let's go. Baylor Tigers. Set.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This to Laporta, right side. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Okay, right? Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter. But it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Being chased. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Commanders. Here we go. Drill green. Blue stripe. Set cut.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Pause red. Green jack. Hut, hut.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Barkley now on the handoff, but this will go the other way. It's a reverse. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Read option, this is Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Steps away to his left. Herbert has it knocked free, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Steel, black. Smack, red.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Will McDonald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
52 blaster.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
White.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Gibbs. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Vita Vea breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Hey, green. Six, back up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Brown. 37 yards. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Herbert off of play action. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at 7. Herbert now. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now the Washington offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here.
Green. Blue striker. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Herbert now on second down. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they will take a knee here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaud.